meeting is being recorded.
Good morning, everybody. It's the 6:20, the 20th of June at the designated time, 10 a.m. Meeting posted according to statutory requirements on the 3rd of June. Roll call, please. Alan Kaplowitz.
Here.
All right. Sue Wolf.
Here.
Tammy Conklin.
Tiffany here.
Tammy, why did I do that? I apologize. Tammy's. Pete Farron.
Here.
Gus Miller.
Here.
Chris Perry.
Here.
Okay, we have Alan on the machines, and Jeff and I are here. Quorum is established. Did everybody had a chance to run the see the minutes?
Yes. Yes.
Corrections or anything?
I motion to approve the minutes or accept the minutes.
I'll second it.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Okay, Pete, any comments right now?
Well, the only comment I got right now, I know we're gonna address 141 and 205, but I just want, at the next meeting, John, if you think of it, on my behalf, will you just thank the board for what they did, the action on 141?
Yeah,
Because that really meant a lot to me, okay?
okay. Will do.
All right, that's
All right, Jeff, your turn. Staff report, please.
For May, Dr. 543, 2 hibiscus, 1 canis related, no charge. Front of 304, 4 variegated arboricola, no charge. Front of 656, 2 hibiscus were requested. Front island of 227, 21 variegated arboricola, 2 cat palms, no charge. 6 muriatis, no charge. 5 hibiscus requested in front of 416. Front sidewalk 201, 1 firecracker bush and no charge. Side 201, 1 hibiscus and no charge. Back side is 216, 1 plumbago, no charge. Your ending balance for planting only is $5,941.16. Your total rainfall is 0.03 inches.
Thank you. Any questions, Jeff? Okay, to add to that, I guess it's a combination of dryness and heavy wetness at the same time. There've been some rotted trees, actually, since the last meeting. 4 trees have damage. One behind, what's his number? Steve Abiel came down, and then there was one at the very front.
Yeah.
Came in, and then 2 days ago, the big tree in front of C, one of the large limbs rotted, fell down, smashed the top of the mailbox roof and pushed it down in such a manner. But we were able to jack it up, and I think you're going to be able to put a piece in there to hold it. And then we found a whole lot of rot in the middle of it. Had to take down at least 4 more. And when one came down, it took out a sign to see, but that was also been rebuilt. Also, that tree now is in much better shape, I think. And that same night, another tree came down across Oak, again, just through the breezes and dryness. That probably wasn't on our property, but the guards noted that the way they fell was coming across and creating no access on Oak. So Jeff and Eddie came in and got it declared. So we're on a constant watch for that. It's just apparently, and they're both oaks, and they were rotted in the middle. So they might have had limbs like this, 4 or 5 of them. And some of them have rotted, some didn't. So that is going on right now. Just any questions about that?
One question, the large trees in cluster C, are those part of the ones that Roger was talking about when he was in, those are separate?
No,
Okay.
yeah. No, and that's on the list. All around when they come in. So, let's see, I guess we got to owner request first. We've got one request from unit 522. And I sent out most everybody a copy of the request. If not, I can read it. Anybody did you see it, Gus? Yeah, everybody saw it. I don't know what the comments are. He kind of leaves it in a way that we have no choice. We have to take one of these 2 or 3 issues. What's happening in some areas in these clusters, in each cluster, you have a difference. Sometimes the mulch comes all the way out to the sidewalk, and sometimes there's 12, 14 inches of grass. And we're kind of happy to see that in most places because it keeps the mulch in place better than when we don't have the domestic markers that we used to have there. He feels that the front of his unit would look much better if it didn't have that strip. And then he said, since he's requesting that, he wants us to take the grass down for another 2 or 3 units. Nobody else asked for that, but that's basically what he's asking for. And then he was saying that he notices we don't weed whack every week. And I explained the situation that because of the staff and the numbers and everything else, 1 week we whack, next week we edge. He disagrees with that policy and asks for relief on that.
I went and looked at it this morning, and I thought that the recent rains had really made the grass much more lush looking than it was before. And I thought it looked good over there. And I also thought that the areas where the mulch comes out to the sidewalk are areas that have bushes in them. It seems like in the areas that he noted, and his bushes are sort of set back. So I feel that it's appropriate to have grass there, and I would be a little tentative to remove grass from units that have not requested it. So I have some cautious feelings about this request.
Like I said, the grass is just not in front of his place. I mean, you can't just take out that chunk. I mean, it's gonna continue to the neighbors.
Yeah, it does. And what happens is almost that whole, the building kind of goes like a U. And his side is more or less grass all the way down. Just so happens on the other side it isn't, and that's why he's looking at theirs and requesting it. So is there a motion to accept or reject his request?
I just, John, like I stated before, it's, when this gentleman was at our meeting, I don't know, what was it, 3 months ago or whatever, we were more than condescending. He wanted a tree for shade. We gave him 2 trees. We gave him new sod, made the remark that, things are dry and there's a little yellow strip in the new sod. When you're out front, we just throw the hose on it. It's not my job, not my job. And now he wants us to trim every week. He wants us to come and clean up around his unit every week. I think it's just, he's got the wrong concept. We run the common area. We'll do our business. If if this is a request, then I recommend we turn it down. Like you said, Tiffany, it doesn't look that bad. And for the guys to come around and like a concierge service and sweep and weed whack 1 unit to keep him happy, I'm definitely against that. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm against that too. It's too much strain on the team, and they do a good job as it is. And there's lots of other homeowners that take it upon themselves to dress things up extra how they like it. And so I wouldn't feel bad about giving him the same freedom. So I motion to reject.
Yeah.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor of the motion?
Aye.
One quick comment.
Yeah.
And that is, we've been in a drought and some of the grass looks pretty rough. But
Yeah.
we gotta hope that grass comes back and with some rains, the way it looks, the forecast looks pretty good for the next week or 2. That grass will green up and I think this person's request is pretty unreasonable.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you. And you're right, Chris. You know, there were some very bare spots when the drought hit. And of course, in the middle of the drought, we turned everything off because of the resealing of Wildwood Springs Boulevard. So we got a double whammy, if you will. And bottom line is, it is looking much better now. And of course, it rained so much last week, we couldn't cut the grass. And it just made it, exacerbated it really bad because the weeds grow quicker. The grass has now been cut. It looks much better, and those areas are already starting to fill in. And if we just keep getting the normal rainfall now, as Jeff has noted, 3/10 of an inch of rain really is all we've had. Which seems like it should be more. There's some other areas got it. I mean, I was in a rainstorm over just down the street by the flea market the other day, and it was coming sideways, but it didn't rain here.
This is a report for May, so June.
Well, June's gonna pick up. You're right.
In this month, I was estimating we probably had about 6 inches.
So it's coming back. Good. Great. Thank you. Tree issue 141 Pinehurst, if you will, I'll report on this. As you know, this matter was referred to the board at the request of the owner. The board met and decided that it should come down because of the issues. We have asked John Brown to come out. He had an arborist come out. I've got a report that I'll send to you all. The arborist found some dead spots in the tree and also made a report that it couldn't be root pruned because it would ruin the stability of the tree and cause further damage. It is a laurel oak, and price to take it down, ground the roots, and everything else was $5,500. He's going to be out within the next 10 days. Yeah. No, I'm glad. I mean, I'm not happy with 5,500, but we were thinking it's going to be maybe 15, 16 more. And there's a good chance while he's out there, we may, because he's here, maybe we'll get some of those things in reblock the channels.
The ones we talked about last month about,
I'm sorry?
the ones we talked about with Roger and last month?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah. Since we're out here already set up in the same area, they're right there.
Yeah,
You motion to approve whatever that expense would
Well,
be.
the board did.
Okay.
You'll have a chance to do it in another venue with another ad. Any other questions on 141? Okay, 205 Sherwood. She received the letter and it's still there. I called her up and she said it is coming out, but her son hasn't been around and he has to do it. So I said, let's find him and get it done. Okay.
I agree, John, and to a certain point, was she supposed to get somebody to do it?
No, her son is usually around once a month at least. So we'll see.
We'll give them X amount of time because it seemed as though, the original, she got approved originally for a 4x6 and got out of control of what she did. And then she for a long time ignored the letter. So we'll see, if the sun doesn't show up X amount of time, then we'll just have to send the guys out and leave a 4x6 pad, get rid of the rest and send her a bill.
We can certainly do that. She seems to have, she seems to be agreeable. So
okay,
let's see what happens. We've had
All right.
other issues and she seems to conform once we notify her.
All right,
Okay.
great.
Mulch application. Mulch has been distributed. We've had some bigger areas, certainly in the common grounds around the pools, and we're about 6 pallets short. All the fronts have been done. Most of all the boulevards have been done. Pools 1, 2, 3, and 4, and a portion of 5 has been covered, but a portion of 5, 6, and 7 still needs to be done. Eddie estimates it at about 5 to 6 pallets. That means it'd be about $400 more. We ordered what the budget contained of $15,000 like we do each year. But we're going to exceed that for a couple of reasons. Number one, it came in late and we wanted to get it out. And so we hired some temporary help to get it spread over a short period of time. And it would be up to the committee, but I would think you would probably want to go ahead and finish the pools for uniformity's sake, to avoid any criticism. And secondarily, we do have some surpluses, salaries and things of that nature. So I think we could cover that $400. That's okay.
I motion to purchase the needed mulch.
Any discussion? Okay, just a question, Jeff. All in favor? Thank you. Any opposed? If we can get the price quick and close enough.
What's that?
I'm asking Jeff a question right now, sorry. If we
Okay.
can get the price close enough, we have pallets of the same product at Lowe's. Would we be able to bring over 6 pallets?
Yeah, we can use Ed's trailer like we do when we have to go get the
Yeah,
car.
then we won't have
Save
to,
you money, you have to pay for the delivery fee.
because they'll have a delivery fee from Fort Myers and a short load fee and all that kind of stuff. So we'll try to get it here. Okay. Committee comments, please. We'll start with Sue. Any comments?
No, I think you're doing good.
Thank you.
Question,
Gus has a question. Okay, Gus.
not a comment, just to say, Chris, you may be experiencing this, but it's kind of breaking up again.
Oh. Thank you.
Carry on. Thank you for the input.
Thank you. Tiffany?
In I think the last meeting, we were talking about how the tractor and trailer are kind of on their last legs. And I wanted to start the discussion about if we have the money saved to purchase a new one and what would need to be done to initiate that.
Good question. Yeah, we've been talking about it, and Steve and I have been talking about it. We had some issues. We had to replace the rear tires on the tractor because they were bald, and that's been done. So that's helping at least the traction area of it. There's still I guess what you call a transmission issue, where it has a tendency to jump out, and it could be a safety factor. Yes, I think that we should investigate the costs. The question is, we have a machinery reserve. It may not be as much as what we have, but there, with the interest coming in, anticipating almost $70,000 this year, any overage in that should be able to be covered. Eddie's, no, I guess it was Chester that wants the air conditioning one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
don't think we'll go
we
that
should
far.
invest in that.
yeah.
It's hot out there. You guys get some relief.
I'll put a little fan on the front, you know, to get to the battery.
Okay, so we'll set it in motion. Okay, and bring some pricing for you all.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey, John?
Yes.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
I would also recommend, Jeff, I don't know how you feel about this, but the trailer ought to be a dump trailer.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
it is now. So, good. We've put new flooring in it, put new siding in it. And it's, the mechanisms are just getting old. It's about the same age as the tractor, isn't it?
Yeah, Dennis bought it in 2000, and they bought them both used. Tractor was a 1996, so it was
1996, I guess we got some good use out of it.
Good luck. Yeah.
Kubota's a good tractor.
Let me interject something to go back under staff reports. I received a letter from fire department requesting that we go along the boulevard for any overhanging trees. And they want a minimum of 14 feet for access. So Eddie and I went around yesterday and we pointed it out, and they're trimming the boulevard today. However, there is a good section of even lower trees on our neighbors as you go out to the north on the right, Spring Lakes. I presume they got the same letter, and I think, Steve, you were going to mention it to them too. So we're doing that. And then also around the weir by Pool 6, where all the lake outflow goes into the big lake. Had the men in there today. It's all trimmed out, make sure if and when the real rainy season comes, there's no impasse in there. Okay. I'm sorry, now we're up to Alan. Any questions, any statements?
I just wanted to know what happened to item number 10.
Item number 10. You're right, Alan.
That's for you to ask. We'll put Alan in there.
You may not have one of these fine pieces of equipment. I mean, letters or agendas. There is no number 10. Got the number. Thank you, Alan.
I had one other question.
Yeah.
What was the unit that was asking for all of that?
522. I'll give you a copy of it, Alan.
Okay.
522. Gus, further comments?
On that request on 522, can you send that out again? I didn't get that.
I sent it this morning, but I'll send it again. Maybe it was after you looked this morning, but I'll be happy to send it again.
Well,
Okay.
okay, I don't see it. You sent it by email?
All right, just so you'll know, I'll read it real quick. It says replace wood chips all the way to the sidewalk, like across the way. 2, weed whack weekly. I don't want to have to look at high grass that looks like leaves. 3, replace the grass at my unit 522 all the way to 518, which is everybody's deed unnecessary. But I'll send it to you again, Gus.
Okay.
I can forward it.
I don't see it.
Okay, anyway, so maybe we took you off the list. I don't know. Hope not.
I've got another question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Last meeting, we talked about units, I think it was, I've got it here, 714 and 715, the island in the front. Jeff, I don't know if you had a chance to look at that.
Yeah, I took care of it. There are bad sprinkler heads. They've been replaced. I put plugs in it. It's coming back.
Is the irrigation working?
Yes. Well, the heads were plugged. I replaced both heads. And I was spraying correctly
Okay.
because they
great.
weren't before they were plugged.
Okay, all right. I don't know if that grass will come back. It was pretty gone.
Oh, it's coming back.
Is it?
I
All
loaded
right.
it. It was about 18 inches high.
Okay, good, thanks.
Also, we're talking about that again, I think in between one of the meetings, in front of, I think it's 217, the same sort of thing happened and the grass was totally dead. We took it all out and we put in arbicolas, and that looks nice there. There's also an area up in C that we want to do the same thing to. It looks like trying to maintain turf in the small areas. Once they go, it's impossible, but it kind of decorates the whole area if we take it up and put the same type of arrangement in there. And we also did that in front of the 707, whatever, 7 over there where the big tree came down, and we're getting positive comments about that.
What did you plant there?
Arbicolas and what else, Jeff?
We put arbicola and then we got Steve.
Oh, yeah, we got a palm tree, small palm.
Cool, okay.
Okay, Chris.
I just wanted to remind everybody that at the last meeting, we voted to change some of our trimming of trees and to basically skip the sable palms this year, since they were cut pretty severely last year. And use some of the money that we would save from not trimming the sables to trim some of the branches on oaks and other hardwood trees that are either dead or dying. And so I think I just wanted to remind the committee that was what we had planned to do.
Good, okay, because unfortunately I missed the last one, and when reviewing the notes, I knew there was a major discussion about palms and concentrating on the hardwoods, as you said, Chris. I just didn't know that there was a actually portion of it there where it was no sables, okay?
Yeah, we'd still do the big palms, the royals, the queens, the ones that have some major fronds falling down. Those would still get trimmed, but the sables, as I said, were trimmed pretty severely last year, and they should be fine.
Are you talking about the area in the 600s in particular? By the
No,
mailbox?
I'd say everywhere.
Oh, okay.
I think they were just trying to find money to trim all the trees that had so much dead wood in it that there was a liability issue that it might fall. Someone was talking about it missed his car by inches and scratched it, but he was able to wax it out, so.
That was Roger, yeah.
Yeah, that was Roger, yeah. Okay, anything else, Chris?
No.
How about you, Pete? Anything additional?
No, I completely forgot to ask, Tiffany, how did you make out with the board with the volunteering?
Oh,
Duty.
very good. Yes, they approved the committee cleanup guidelines. And I still need to get the final document over to John, which is on my list to do. And so I have approval to move forward with our little area where we were gonna cut some vines. And we were planning to do it last weekend, but then my partner Max came down with COVID. So TBD, we postponed it maybe a week or two, but I'll provide updates on how that goes as soon as we can get in there once it feels better.
Oh, good, all right,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
As a matter of fact, COVID seems to be back. One of our employees was out for 10 days with the COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's rearing ugly head.
Two of my neighbors caught it as well, so I don't know if it's going around right now, but
Stay out of the 600, Steve, when we go around.
yeah. Hold your breath.
And as far as ground, I guess this will be part of it. We've had a project finding where the cable has not been buried by Spectrum, and we sent a note up to Spectrum. They came out and they did about probably 90% of it, but since the contract has been signed, they when the new contract to hit October 1, we've indicated that there's still some they have to do, and I'm in the middle of taking another inventory to see what hadn't been done. And Steve and I did, I think it was 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, and 5 yesterday, yeah, and 4, and found about 8 more cable barriers to be done, and I'll finish that today and send it on up to Spectrum, because they said they'll send another crew out. Okay. We have no owners, I think. Well, we do. I said that wrong. Andrew, you might have something you want to say.
Thank you for the opportunity. The one thing that sticks in my head is an informal conversation that I had with Tiffany and Chris about at any point the agricultural extension program and experts are always available to communities like ours for anyone to come in, third-party experts to come in and evaluate, especially from a risk perspective, a risk standpoint, but also just evaluate the property from if they see anything that strikes them as needs attention. It might be an opportunity or an idea to look at that, particularly as we head into 2025 budget bill. That's all.
Thank you. Yes, I don't know if Peggy DeSant is still out there or not, but she's been around a long time, hasn't she? Okay, barring any other comments, the next part of the agenda is to schedule the next meeting. And that would be if we keep the same sequence, the 18th of July. Does that suit everybody? And again,
Good.
without any further comments, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I
Motion
second the
to
motion.
adjourn.
Okay.
Thank you very much, and we'll call it 10:30.
If Jeff could send me his report, I'll get that posted on the internet.